Jack Frost. What's up, party people? How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's having a beautiful day. We have to fix this camera all the fucking time. Hope everybody's having a beautiful day. Hey, so a couple of things we're gonna be discussing today. I like to get to the shorter stories first for everybody that comes in and be like, "Oh man, did you start talking about the big caption?" Like, nah, that's usually I like getting to the stories that we're gonna address that's shorter first, because once we start talking about the topic, that's gonna most likely carry for the duration of the for the majority of the video. So I like to do the shorter stories first. And for everybody that's always wondering when we actually start getting to it, you could probably go about a couple of minutes in, because I try to give people an opportunity to come in. We got to first get the likes up. Then when we get the likes up, they send out more notifications so we can get more people in the room. Some YouTubers, what they just like doing is just waiting and saying, "Oh, we're just going to wait." And there's nothing wrong with that. But instead of just waiting, I like to give people shout outs. I like to call out people's names. Of course, you're going to have people that's going to be upset at it. I think a lot of the people that complain in the comment section that I do that is actually other content creators upset they didn't think about it. But you know, whatever. I think we should always support the people that come in here and support us. So I don't see no reason why we shouldn't be giving people shout outs or something like that. Let you know how much we appreciate your viewership and the likes. We love to get the likes up. I'm trying to fix this camera. What the fuck, yo? It seems like the more I try to fix it, it's like my eyes fucked up. I got a pretty good eye. Okay, I know what the problem is. All right. I know what the problem is. I'm gonna let the problem stay the problem. I know exactly what the problem is. Anyway, yo, what up, Aunt Chips? Haven't seen you in a minute, Chips. How you been doing, my brother? Wanda Weaver, how you doing? What's up, Fire Chief? Boogie Down Bronx. Chirac. How you doing, my brother? Hope everybody's doing good. So one of the things that we will be discussing today is some stuff came out. And look, like I said before, a lot of these stories that's dropping is just stories that I spoke on previously. Maybe a year ago, maybe a little bit more. Sort of stuff I spoke on at one time or another. Shout out to Mario with the donation. He says, "Morning, fam. Appreciate you, my brother." What's up? Y'all niggas just going at it. What up, Tim Tyler? How you doing today, my brother? Big Dev, Andrea Lozado. How you doing? Kyla Young, very happy to see you again, baby girls. You know, you be missing some of the shows. I be like, "Yo, where Kyla at?" You know what I'm saying? Somebody said something about pizza. She texted her friend to order pizza, but not ask for help. Fuck out of here. I'm a survivor of molestation. We don't come this way with victim shaming. I call it like I hear it, point blank, period. All right, Kyla. Respect. Wait, what story is she talking about? She texted her friend in order to order pizza, but not to ask for help. What story are you talking about, Kyla? I'm going to get to it. Okay, so you actually read the caption. We're going to get to that. I want to discuss one thing before we get to that. Well, maybe two things before we get to that, but we're going to get to that, Kyla. What up, Gooch? And that's another thing when people be like, "Yo, you did 10 minutes of shouting people names out." Yeah, I'm shouting people names out, but I'm also speaking intermittently between the areas in which I'm shouting people names out. So I'm not just shouting out people names. I'm also talking about different stories and concepts. And then I'll go, after I talk a little while, "What up, Pac-Man? What up, Young Shakes?" Get it? So I'm not really. So whenever I see people comment like, "Yo, you did 10 minutes of shouting people out." Nah, that's not what the 10 minutes were, but whatever. What up, Charged Up? Jasmine. I'm not even going to try to say your last name no more. Prince Amir. How you doing, my brother? I hope everybody's having a good morning. I'm actually not having a bad morning. The only problem is I can't remember if it's Tuesday or Wednesday. It's Wednesday, right? I think it's Wednesday. What up? I'm going to call you Jamis. Okay? Miss Vu. Oh, no. Okay. I'm going to call you Miss Vu. I have no idea how to say that name. It looks dope, though. I don't know why you can't see shit, homegirl. Everybody else is looking at it. Oh, that might have been before I actually got on. because the live was up, but I wasn't here yet. Wait, hold on. She's blocked? Who blocked her? She ain't blocked. If she was blocked, she wouldn't be able to comment. Don't tell people that. What up, BJ? Christopher Brown. How you doing? Willie Ford, Steel Cross. And you want to know something else? The majority of the people that's like, yo, I want you to stop shouting people out, those aren't even the people that show up to the live. Like, you don't even show up to the live. How you going to tell me what to do? You show up to the live, right? And then you start saying something about, oh, you might get kicked. But that's not the point. You get me? What up, food stamps? I ain't seen you in a minute, my dude. How you doing, my brother? John Paul, Penny Jaquay, J-Mo Status. What up, Filthy? Yeah, you already know Filthy Loki, a rapper. He's kind of dope. I like him. You're a Crip from out there in California. I am going to be dropping, my dude, your other jump off is going to be on the next thing. I actually was trying to put up a ton of videos, but people are sending me videos with copyright restrictions on it. So that's one of the reasons why I think I put the video out like a day or two late. And I was having so much, I had to, it was crazy. The video initially was like an hour long. And then after I took out all the videos and figured out which videos had the copyright restrictions on the damn things, it whittled all the way down to like 36 minutes. So people are douchebags. Like, why are you going to send me copywritten? It was probably a mistake. You know what I'm saying? It could have been sent by a third party and it was an accident. Accidents happen. Yo, can we get those likes up so it could send out more notifications so we could get more people to come in? Appreciate y'all. What up, Paul Patton? JD Boost. How you doing today, my brother? What up, Lambo? Gina Allen, Sheldon, Monica. I said Rap Tabs. Shout out the Punch. What up, Rap Tabs? Brian Spikes, Ivan Adventures, Charlester. Oh no. Are you? Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm not, my dude, I'm not never calling your name again. Just so you know. How is Mountain Rain blocked? Mountain Rain can't be blocked. You said Mountain Rain is blocked? Mountain Rain is right there. What are y'all talking about? They might be just making me hard to find because of you know who. But she's not blocked. They trying to stop people from coming to the platform. What up, Karen? Oh, what up? What up, Samuel, Alice Green? How y'all doing this morning? What up, JR? Yo, let's get to it. We're about 10 minutes in. We're going to get to it. What up, Jasmine Jackson? Yeah, they trying to stop people from coming to the platform. Why do you think the views is low? The views is low on my regular videos is because they trying to force me to talk about what they want me to talk about. It is what it is. They don't want me to talk about you know who. You understand what I'm saying? So they trying to, what up, Vix? So that, what up, Chris? So they trying to, fuck me up. They're trying to mess with the bag because I'm not doing exactly what they want me to do. You understand what I'm saying? Your homeboy is calling them up, having them like do me dirty. You know what I'm saying? Because, people, I don't know what way to say it, man, but what up, Mr. Dap? That's why I'm asking everybody to hit the like button. People think, oh, you just trying to like cry for likes. I'm not crying for likes. If y'all hit the like button, it automatically sends out the invites to more people. You understand what I'm saying? I missed you on the super chat. Sorry about that, my brother. Let me look. You must have did it before I came in. You did it before I came in, so I couldn't see it. I apologize about that, my brother. Shout out to Mr. Dap on the super chat. I didn't see it. I wasn't here yet. Oh, in the video yesterday. I apologize, my brother. You also got to understand, when I got somebody on the line and they talking, I'm trying my hardest not to just interrupt them, but you know, not like it's nothing I could do sometimes. It seems like I'm trying my hardest not to interrupt them, and I'm waiting, trying to find where I could get in. So like I did an interview a while back, and people was like, yo, why do you keep interrupting the person doing the interview? I'm not really interrupting the person doing the interview. They're doing a run along sentence. They're talking about one thing, and then they're going to the next thing, and there's no break. Then they're going to a third thing, and there's no break. I'm supposed to just sit there and let them talk for an hour? Like, that don't make sense. You understand what I'm saying? So the only way I could ask questions, or the only way I could say anything, is to interrupt. They give me no choice. You understand what I'm saying? Shout out to BX with the donation. I haven't been saying douchebag a lot lately, have I? I'm trying to clean up things. Yeah, so homeboy, who I don't dislike. Could we just get something clear? I really don't dislike homeboy. I just don't think, you know, some of the things he's doing just seems a little childish to me. But that's me. You understand what I'm saying? Other people might be right on board with it. But I just think some of the things he's doing seem a little bit childish. I don't dislike homeboy. I don't want homeboy to fail. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't think like that. I think we could all win. I can't say homeboy's name, because every time I say homeboy's name, my videos get demonetized. The stream gets shut off. All types of bullshit happen. So I don't want to say homeboy's name. So yeah, positive vibes. It's a fact. Yeah, I know. But what am I gonna do? You understand what I'm saying? Like, at this point, if put it like this, this is what I mean. We got 120 people in here. We only got 66 likes. That means a little bit more than half the people in here hit the like button. You understand what I'm saying? We can't even get people to hit the like button. You understand what I'm saying? So I can't focus on some of the things that I need to focus on. I can't even get people to hit the fucking like button. So thinking about it like that, how many people is in here that they just agents, that they just waiting for the opportunity for me to say something so they could try to flag me? You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? We gonna make this nigga homeless. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is how they thinking. We gonna make this nigga homeless. We gonna make it so this nigga can't feed himself. We're gonna put this nigga in a fucking a shelter. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what they thinking. So they waiting for the opportunity to attack me. Deep rainbow. That's so funny. Yeah, actually, I think he did that. You understand what I'm saying? I think he did that. I think almost every time he says, yo, who did this shit? It'd be some shit he either did or he had commission. That's a fact. Yeah, we can't say you got timed out, just so you can be clear. You got timed out because of your hashtag, Prince Amir. We don't do that in here. All right. Everything was okay until the hashtag. Just so we could be clear on that. All right, so yeah, he knew better. He was probably trying to get a timeout. So yeah, I got like 100. I got 180, 28 people here. We only got 84 likes. So you can just imagine how many people was in here for the explicit purpose of trying to time us out or trying to flag us. Pardon me. Anyway, so all right, so let's get on to some stuff. Yes, Aaron Hall absolutely needs to be in the convo, but right now we're talking about the stuff that we know about more so than the stuff that all right, so before we even get there, shout out to the BBN network, shout out to Robin, shout out to all of y'all. You want to know why everybody right now in the BBN network, especially the people that show up to the lives, get a shout out? I'm gonna tell you why. Just pay attention to this. If we don't show up to the live to go look at, we're going to talk about Sarah for a minute for everybody that might get pissed off, and then we're going to go straight to RKelly. If we don't go show up at Sarah's live, her management team don't get up off their ass. I think her management team needs to get up off of their ass. I mean, I don't know who else they're managing, so I don't know what else they're doing, but, and I don't know what their game plan is, because this might be a strategical thing. Okay, so let's just be clear on that. But a couple of things happened yesterday. A couple of things happened in the last couple of days. She had a meet and greet, right? The things I did not like about the meet and greet had nothing to do with her, had nothing to do with her family or the people that were there. I think that they should have did the meet and greet at a different location. I think they should have did the meet and greet closer to where her fan base would be. Her fan base is not down on 14th Street. That's not where her fan base is. Her fan base is not down on 15th Street. But I understand why they went down there, because they also have to think about security. So because of security purposes, they had to go down there. Now, let's stay for a second that they contacted. Let's say I was in contact with them, right? I went to a political event the other day. She could have had a meet and greet at a political event, met a couple politicians, and had the requisite security there to make sure that nobody couldn't come after her. I'm also going to be going to a couple of more political events in the future. But you see how, you understand what I'm saying? So I'm not knocking them. I'm just saying things could have been done. What's up, Michael? What's up, Culture TV? I'm saying things could have been done. You understand what I'm saying? I think that this is just my opinion. I think that that they had her go out on a date with Homeboy. I think that was a direct response to people saying that she did something with Shadi. Now, I don't know if she did anything with Shadi. I'm not accusing her of doing anything with Shadi. I am not saying that at all. Let's just be clear on that. I think that that's all rumor. I think that's stuff that people just threw out there. I think that nobody can prove it, but people are talking. That's what I think. But at the same time, if you don't address it, then the rumor grows. So it has to be addressed. And I think their way of addressing the rumor was saying, okay, she might have did something on July 12th. I don't know. I'm not saying she did, but she might have did something on July 12th. But it wasn't Shadi. It was this nigga Benny, this Benny nigga. And I think that that was what it was. Third, they need to take her. And right now, I'm giving everybody a rebranding. I'm giving everybody a little bit of a drop of some jewels on rebranding. Third, what they need to do is they need to separate. What's up, Penny and the Dream? They need to separate her, right, from Tekashi. That's what they need to do. They need to separate her from Tekashi. The way that they're planning on doing it, it seems, is by giving her a new love interest. So when I walked up to her the other day and I said, yo, you should probably do TV, she's probably already been spoken to about doing a reality show. And you know what you need on a reality show, right? You need a girlfriend or a boyfriend, depending on whoever the fuck you are, right? You need a love interest. So don't be surprised if next year, after they build her up and build him up, if they can build him up, I don't think they're going to be able to build him up. That's just my opinion. But next year, don't be surprised after they build him up and build her up that she doesn't end up on a reality show. Now, this is one thing that I have to say. I have a web series that we're going to start shooting. All right. I've been talking to people about locations and everything else. If she just want to do some walk-ins, you know, just to like keep her visibility up, she don't have to talk if she don't want to or whatever. I mean, I could write her apart, but she don't have to talk or whatever the case might be. But if she just want to do some walk-ins to keep her visibility up, they need to holler at me. You understand what I'm saying? It's just a fact. But besides that, so what they're trying to do is they're trying to distance her from Tekashi, which is smart. It's very, very smart. What they need to do though is they need to keep, this is just my opinion, they need to keep her interactions, especially her online interactions that she's having with Them girls that like beefing all the time, they need to keep them shits to a minimum, because those girls like beefing all the time. Right now, if they do it right, they can market her as a princess. I think that's the angle they should be going for. That's just me. They need to go talk to some actual rappers that they might have in their camp, have her be the love interest in some of their videos that they're gonna put out. They need to mark of the unattainable. They need to literally write songs, not about a relationship that's in the process, but about an unattainable relationship. Have her be the focal point of the individual doing the song, and her be unattainable. And then they'll build up her princess image. And that's how they need to push her. I don't know. I don't know if she is or she isn't. What's up, Shavit? Shavit with the donation. She says she should probably not do reality and do movies and TV beefing to a minimum. Right now, I don't think she should do reality at all. I think that she should do walk-on stuff where she's seen. It's known that that's her, but she isn't the central. She doesn't have any speaking roles too tough, and she doesn't have to do too much emoting. Yeah, no name calling. We don't do that. We don't do that. What he said. She's a terrible person. She's a dirtbag. See, terrible person was okay because that's your opinion. But you can't call her a dirtbag. And I haven't seen her say anything negative about Tekashi 6ix9ine except for the time that she was egged on by Homeboy. So I don't think she's trying to burn him down, unless you know something I don't know. And if you do, I don't know, send me an email, all right? Because right now it seems like you're just lying to be lying. So I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just keeping it a buck. I'm fair as shit. Why didn't these girls come out 20 years ago? Because they was probably like 6 and 7 and 2 and 3 years old. So you wanted them to come out 2 and 3 year old, Dr. Cheats? That's what you wanted, Dr. Cheats? You want them to be 2 and 3 year olds coming out. Do y'all think about stuff y'all write before y'all write it? I'm just curious. Yeah, they wanted them to be 2 and 3 year olds coming out talking about some stuff. Like, what are you talking about? Anyway, she hasn't been saying anything about Tekashi, so please don't come in here passing those lies, because we also time people out for blatant lies. So don't do blatant lies. But if you have a good point, please express it. Nobody's gonna stop you from having an opinion, but we don't name call and we don't blatant lie. She only said one thing about Tekashi that could even be seen as negative, and that's because she was egged on by Homeboy. So we're not doing that. All right, come on. What did name say? Blatant lie. You could have just timed them out. You ain't had to hide them. What was else I was gonna say about that real quick? Oh, and the Benny guy, I actually seen him in a picture with Tekashi. So is the assumption that he is Tekashi's friend? No, they might just have been in the same place at the same time. They might not actually be friends. So anybody, see, that's the difference between if she did mess around and it was with somebody that knew Tekashi, in contrast with somebody that didn't know Tekashi. Tekashi's going around telling everybody that him and his baby mama ain't together. That's what he's saying. Him and Sarah are not together, right? He's telling everybody this, right? And this is per Homeboy. That's what Homeboy said. I'm not saying this. Shout out to Delaware. That's what Homeboy said. I'm not saying this. Homeboy said this. All right? Homeboy said Tekashi was telling everybody that he's not with her, that they are not an item. So therefore, as long as she didn't go sleep with somebody that was a friend of Tekashi's, she really didn't do anything wrong. Yes, she did, but we're not going to talk about the drug use. That's the first time that I'm erasing this comment, by the way, Robin. You know I love you. I'm not giving you a timeout. I'm erasing the comment. I'm erasing the comment because you talked about drug use. And I'm not saying that he didn't do the drug use, all right? But we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna just drag his name through the mud. All right. You know we don't do that here. I don't know if Sarah has been messing with dude. I think it's been mentioned before that she has been messing with dude. But at the same time, let's also keep this in mind. You can look comfortable with somebody that you're just good friends with. You understand? Let's just let's just be let's just be clear on that. You can look comfortable with somebody that you're just good friends with. Shout out to Punch. Yeah, she could do what she want. Let's just be clear on that. She could do what she want. But I just want to point a couple of those things out. I think landlord's been leaving me the fuck alone. So shout out to the landlord. That's a fact. So I just want to point a couple of things out. I think that her management team is not getting on the ball and doing what they need to be doing to advance her career. I don't think they were doing anything before. I don't know. Maybe they was like on a timetable, right? Maybe they was on a timetable. But I just didn't think they were doing anything for her before. And there's a ton of things that I can think of personally that they could be doing to increase her visibility. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe they're asking for too much money currently, for appearances or whatever that they're trying to get her to do, and they're asking for too much money, and therefore they're getting turned down. You understand what I'm saying? But there's a ton of things that she can do that I can personally think of. And I think that the number one wrong thing that they could do is push. If they decide to push her, but not as another one of these. See, they need to push her like. They need to push her more like a Cinderella than like a fairy god sister. And then like one of the god sisters or whoever the hell Cinderella, because that's what they need to push her as, more like a princess, more like that, and that's not too difficult. And for everybody that was like, oh yo, yeah, he's in love with Sarah. First of all, Sarah pretty and all, don't get me wrong, but if I had to pick anybody and they can't, what up, Abby? That's a fact. If I had to pick anybody and they can't, yeah, the stepsisters. Sarah fine though, that's a fact. She's attractive, but I like dark hair. I like dark hair and shit. And every time I've seen Abby, she looked real goofy, and I like goofy chicks. I like them. Those are dope. I like goofy and silly. That shit's dope. What up, Kyla? Shout out to Kyla with the donation. She said, 4th time trying to send this. I'll be here in the chat. I just don't comment all the time. I see your comments, Kyla. Okay, I'll let you know. I be seeing them. All right, so y'all ready to move on, or y'all want to talk about this for a second more? What up, Vix? Yeah, yo, if we should try to get Sarah to come out and do another meet and greet. I mean, I'm pretty sure that if we get some of our BBN community together, and I'll go do a meet and greet, and some of y'all could come in and we could go hang out and chill. The people that's in Connecticut and New York and New Jersey, or close by, and we could do a meet and greet and see if we could get Sarah to come out and come hang out with us. See if we get Abby to come and hang out with us. I'm just saying. Abby is fine as shit. Well, I'll get the interview when they're ready for the interview, if they're ready for the interview. It seems to me like what they're trying to do is they're trying to use their platforms to push their agenda and then have people make videos of it. But there's nothing wrong with that. But remember, I did an interview with Snow Billy, got him a book deal and got him a movie deal. So I know what I'm doing. I can't speak about all of these other platforms. I know how to give interviews if the person that I'm interviewing is ready to have an interview done. You understand what I'm saying? So right now, if she's not ready to have an interview done, we don't need to do the interview. But don't forget about that. I got Snow Billy, somebody that nobody knew who the heck he was, a book deal and a movie deal. Nobody knew who he was. So, that's all on them. All right, hold on. I'm talking about this. Yeah, he has a movie deal also. That's a fact. Y'all don't see him. He be y'all don't follow him, but he be all out there in Cali now. He's with all of the big wigs balling out there. Yeah, because but he would have to come on and be truthful. See, that's the difference between that's the entire difference of what Snow Billy did. Since Snow Billy was truthful, I was able to frame his information in a manner that made it interesting. You know, when somebody comes on and they can't talk about this, they can't talk about that, they won't talk about this, they won't talk about that, that's off the line, that's out of the question. That makes it damn near impossible to create an interesting interview. It just makes it impossible. I'm not knocking nobody, I'm not upset at nobody or nothing like that. I'm just saying, when you come on to do the interview and you just really can't talk about anything, you know, how can I push you? How can I sell you to the public if the public can't know anything about you? How can I sell you to the public if when I ask you a question, yo, Snow Billy was given in-depth detail? You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's the devil's in the detail. You understand what I'm saying? So he came on. I had the same talk with him before I have with every interview that I do. I had the same exact talk with him. It's just that he took the talk a different way than the majority of the other individuals that I had to interview with. Snow Billy decided he was going to go after the bag. There's a good chance that guy's going to be set for years to come because he came on the BBN network and gave me a real fucking interview. Later, Mountain Rain. Enjoy your day. Not for nothing, Zeke probably does need to talk to some people in Hollywood. Some people in Hollywood should actually reach out, because Zeke does know a lot of things and he has a lot of stories and he was a lot of places where things was happening. So, you know, that would be good. But at the same time, you know, it's on Zeke. Dude, I'm telling you right now, I don't care what nobody say. I'm telling you right now. Yeah, I changed my name. I'm the real Jack Frost now. I'm telling you right now, because we went down and we spoke to Sarah. That made her management team get up off of their ass. I'm telling you right now. Okay, another perfect example, a video I've been meaning to put out, but I haven't been able to do it correctly. Remember when we had Miss Treyway on? Remember when Miss Treyway came on, right? Remember Miss Treyway? Yeah, Zeke does know everybody. That's a fact. Remember Miss Treyway? Miss Treyway came on, right? They wasn't even, did anybody even know that she owned the right to the name Treyway before she came on here? Did anybody even know that? I don't think nobody knew that. And when I say I don't think nobody knew that, I don't think nobody knew that. Then after she came on here, she didn't really want to talk too much. But then after the fact, she went on her IG and she released the information showing that she owns the name to Treyway. She owns the Treyway name. She doesn't do that if she doesn't come on BBN Network. She doesn't get the understanding of how important that is. Now, there's another content creator. I'm not trying to call no names. I'm also not throwing shade. But there's another content creator. That content creator said that they did an interview with Billy Otto. Has anybody seen a Billy Otto interview come out? Has anybody seen a Billy Otto interview come out? This content creator basically said they did this interview like 2 months ago. Like a month ago, at least a month ago. No interview came out. You want to know why? Because we dropped the interview that made it so that interview couldn't come out. Sorry about that other content creator. He's doing fine, though. He's not concerned or worried. He's doing great over there. He's doing great over there, okay? So that interview wasn't going to hit that. That, and you understand what I'm saying? So him not dropping an interview didn't hurt him. But nine times out of 10, shout out to Billy Otto. He takes my calls. Friend of the channel. Friend of the channel. Billy Otto takes my calls. People take my calls. Y'all hear me? Oh, I forgot to tell y'all. We setting up the Beanie Siegel interview, by the way. Anyway, people take my calls. Do you hear me? So, yeah, friend of the channel. Billy Otto take my calls. Miss Treyway take my calls. Snow Billy take my calls. I could go on and on and on about people who take my calls. No, Sarah should be upset because hold on. I get right back to this, and we still got to get to the whole what the video is about because we talking about other stuff as usual because this is always an open discussion, y'all. But yeah, I should be getting the no, not the Beanie Siegel interview. I'm probably gonna get the Beanie Siegel interview at some point also, but I'm talking about the Freeway interview. I'm right now working on the Freeway interview. I should be getting the Freeway interview. I should be they just came off a tour. They just came off a tour, and I should be getting the Freeway interview. But hold on, that's not neither here nor there. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, when I tell you, I know what I'm talking about, how they should market or the direction that they should go. Because all of this ratchet shit, that shit is about to run out in a minute. And when that shit run out, it's going to run out through the duration of her existence of celebrity. So let's say her celebrity starts arriving. She's on ratchet shit for the first 2 years of her celebrity. Then that shit runs out. But now that's her brand. The best example I could give you is what's his girl name? Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj's brand was a female who is in control of men, who controls men, right? That was her brand, right? A female who controls men, sleeps with whoever she wants. You understand what I'm saying? Nothing mature. Nothing mature. Now we're moving into an era where the mature female is selling albums. The mature female has a fan base. So how do they bridge that gap? Because they're not there yet. But how do they bridge that gap? They have a Cardi B, who Cardi B really isn't mature, but her music speaks about mature concepts. She's not talking about sleeping with 20 niggas. She don't have a song about all the guys she want to have sex with in the industry. But her image is she went and got married. She went and had a kid. You understand what I'm saying? That's her image. You understand what I'm saying? No shade at Nicki. I don't favor one over the other. I just call it how I see it. No shade at Nicki. Yeah, she doesn't have a mature audience. That's why Nicki can't sell out concerts. That's why Nicki's albums in America. That's why Nicki doesn't sell out concerts in America. That's why Nicki's album sales isn't where they should be. Because realistically, Nicki does drop good music, but all of her music is geared towards the immature brain. The part of the brain that it's stimulating the people that have maturity. Like her music didn't age with her fan base. You understand what I'm saying? She trying to still tap into that young fan base instead of allowing for her music to age with her fan base. That's basically what I'm saying what Sarah needs to do. Sarah needs to get an image that can age with the people inside of her age group. You understand what I'm saying? Think about it like this. No shade at Selena Powell, right? No shade at Selena. But do you think Selena could possibly still have any type of celebrity in 5 years? Show of hands. Yes, you think that Selena will be able to have celebrity in 5 years. Hands down or no, if you think Selena won't be able to have celebrity in 5 years. I don't, be honest with you. But, you know, everybody has a right to their own opinion. Cynthia Cordone says yes. Selena, she can rebrand. I don't think she's going to be able to, but she can rebrand. They go 3 yeses so far. I think 3. We'll say 4 because I might have missed one. Somebody says unless she rebrand, we'll count that as 5. Groupies never do. That's a fact. So basically, the majority of the people are saying that she wouldn't be able to last 5 years. I don't think she's going to be able to last 12 more. You don't understand. Selena is done. The only thing that can keep her relevant now is if Sarah keeps talking to her so she could suck some of the energy that or some of the upward momentum that Sarah has. Selena's done. Selena's done. She's done. All she could do is suck some of Sarah's energy from her in order to try to maintain and tread water for a little while. That's all she could do. No shade thrown at Selena. I just think that she needed to do whatever she did a little bit different. You understand what I'm saying? But she can still rebrand. You understand what I'm saying? But one, she's going to have to dress different. She's not going to want to dress different because everything that she has acquired and attained has been from wearing the most skimpy clothes possible, being sexy. She's not going to want to throw on an outfit that's going to cover up her tattoos. You understand? She's not going to want to go to the gym. You understand what I'm saying? She's not going to want to do any of that. You know, put it like this. You know the kind of boost it would give Sarah's career if she started going to the gym and putting that on IG? You know the kind of boost it would give Sarah's career? Forget Selena at this point. I'm talking about Sarah. You know what kind of boost that would give Sarah's career if she go to the gym and put that shit on IG? But you know, no knock to her management team. They're not thinking about that because they're thinking about getting the bag now. They're not thinking about, you know what, if we do this right, we could get the bag forever. No. That's not. I'm not saying that I'm just telling you like some of the things that I would encourage. I'm just telling you some of the things I would encourage. And she doesn't even have to be going in. And initially, she doesn't even have to be killing herself. She just get a freaking personal trainer. That's it. You get a personal trainer, have it in there with the personal trainer. Yeah, but my dude, how long could she be healing? You understand what I'm saying? Anyway, yo, let's move on from this. Shout out to everybody in that situation. No hate anywhere. I don't know if you're supposed to be sucks, SAAUTS. I don't know what word that is, Authentic TV. I don't know what squats. Oh yeah, she went and did squats. Woo! First of all, I didn't take no pictures of her posterior on purpose, but Sarah has a nice shape. She has a very nice shape. I was disappointed that I didn't get to see Abby's stand up. Not gonna lie. Yeah, Selena just sucks energy. She's a succubus. That's why Ak had to get. God damn it. That's why Homeboy had to get rid of her. She is succubus. That was one of the smartest things Homeboy ever did. Get her as far away from him as possible. She is problems. She's out here telling people that they got her, that she's having a kid. That's like the smartest thing that Homeboy could have did. Get Selena the fuck away from me. That's when you like, yo, I'm going to the store for cigarettes. Seriously, that's when you do that and just bounce on her. All right, so hold on. I'm not talking no more about them women. We gave them a lot of time today. We talked about them almost an hour. I have to call Zeke. So can we talk about some reels? Can we talk about some other stuff? All it says is real shit. No disrespect to nobody. But I gotta call Zeke in a minute. So I want to set this up real quick. Let me set this up, y'all. Let me set this up. We gotta call Zeke in a minute. Let's set this up. RKelly. All right, so the first thing I want to say about the whole RKelly situation, actually, we talking about RKelly and we talking about Jay-Z. Bam. But the whole thing I want to say about this RKelly situation is I want to know, okay, so this is what I think should happen. This is just what I think should happen. Some of those parents need to be put in jail. Some of those parents, if he's going to go to jail What up, Michael Anderson? If he's going to be held responsible, some of them parents need to be held responsible too. Because there's no way in the world that you could tell me that those parents didn't know that there was something fishy going on. No. I'm not saying he is going to jail. They're opening up an investigation against him. So I'm saying there's no way in the world that he should be put, that they should send him anywhere if they're not sending those parents. Because look, do I think that people need to be held responsible for their actions? Absolutely. But I also think the parents, because once again, I'm going to point this out. When he got married to Aaliyah, the parents allowed for that marriage to get annulled or whatever the case is, and he had to sign away rights to some of his catalog or all of his catalog. I'm not sure. I think just some of his catalog. He had to sign away rights. So they're getting paid. You understand what I'm saying? Now, just imagine if they already knew that he had a thing for little girls and they purposely put their daughter in his way. I think some of that's what some of the parents did. I think some of the parents purposely put their children in his way. Not, you know what I'm saying? I want you to go do this to that man or whatever he say, just follow it. I'm not saying they did that. What up, Zeke? Shout out the Punch. What I'm saying is I believe, we're not talking about Michael Jackson. You're going to get a timeout for that. We're not talking about Michael Jackson. I'm not saying what you're saying ain't true, but you're going to get a quick timeout, Authentic TV. Appreciate you, my brother. What I'm saying is this. Yeah, he has no publishing rights. That's how come his music showed up in that fucking docuseries. I didn't even see it. I just heard it was in the docuseries. Abby is fine. You are absolutely correct. Abby, you know how to get in contact with me. All right, but that's neither here nor there. Oh, I got to give you a timeout because we're not talking about Abby. Who said that? But shout out to Steve, whatever your name is. I'm gonna have to give you a timeout. But shout out, somebody time Steve out one time for me. I ain't telling y'all to time somebody out one time because y'all motherfuckers, 80 y'all be on top of it. I'll do it myself. Time him out one time because we're not talking about that. So you gotta eat that time out, my brother. Sorry about that. And another one of y'all still timed him out after me. No more timeouts for Steve. He only earned one timeout, y'all. Anyway, yeah. So I believe that a lot of these parents put their kids in his way, knowing that he had a problem with children. Don't worry about it, Tim. Knowing that he had a problem with children. You understand what I'm saying? No, and y'all always say there's a delay. It don't always be a delay, nigga. Y'all just be knowing, y'all be like, yo, we're gonna time this guy out 5 times and shit. Stop that. Anyway, so knowing that he had a problem with children, I believe that a lot of these parents put their kids in his way. That's just my opinion. That's just what I think. I mean, if you think different, you could think different. You know, you understand what I'm saying? I think a lot of parents put their kids in his way. Dude, I think that he had a relationship with his mother, a sexual relationship. Okay, let's just understand this. RKelly grew up in a household, and I think this is pretty obvious due to the stories that was being told. He grew up in a household full of predators and perverts. Everybody was having sex with everybody else. In the household that RKelly grew up in, everybody was having sex with everybody else. Allegedly, some male family member used to have sex with him. His sister used to have sex with him. The same people that are saying used to have sex with him had sex with his brother. So we have to assume that they was all just having group sex. This is what this guy grew up in. What did I tell y'all a couple of days ago? I said, yo, when you sexualize children, right? When you have children that get sexualized, when they grow up to become adults, they still see they still see little kids as sexual opportunities. You understand what I'm saying? They can't help it because they were sexualized at such a young age. And for most of them, they don't think there's not, a lot of them don't think there's nothing wrong with it. And the ones that even think that there's something wrong with it, sometimes they can't even hold back their warnings. You understand what I'm saying? Like their urges. They can't even stop their urges. You understand what I'm saying? So that is particularly what I think is happening in his particular situation. So when I hear that this dude had a family member, I think his brother came out actually and said that they had a uncle or something that used to have sex with them, and their sister used to have sex with them. And then he was talking about his mother one day, like in some really odd, weird way. And people was like, yeah, what in the hell? So I just think that that house that they had was just a house where everybody had sex with everybody else. That's what they did. They just stayed in the house all day having sex with each other. The kids, the adults, everybody. Appreciate you. This is the merch, actually. I could go. Somebody put the link of the merch in the description. This is actually some of our merch. It say BBN on the back. This is actually some of our merch. What did Not Good say? Yep, it's a cycle passed down through the generations. Break the cycle. It's a fucking family curse. That's a family curse. When people talk about family curses, that's a family curse. You don't even know. Women go out here, marry some dude, and don't even know that he spent his whole entire childhood being raped and molested by his mother and his aunt and his uncle and his brother and his sister. That he grew up in a household where all they did was have sex with each other. You understand what I'm saying? Don't even know. Go marry this guy. You don't even know. You just think that he got regular problems. Nigga need a job. You don't need no job. Anyway, might need a job. But, he got all these other issues also. People don't even, that's the only point I want to make. Shout out to Punch.
Yeah.
What up, yeah?
What's good? What's going on?
Chilling.
Oh, man. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Punch. Definitely. That's a real shout out.
Yeah, shout out to Punch.
It's definitely on the check-in, man. I see, that RKelly situation. See, in his brain, he think it's okay because that's what he grew up around. And some people, like you said, they got to break the cycle. I don't think he knows how to break the cycle. So now you give a guy like him some money, and he's even worse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because now he has power.
He has opportunity also, more opportunity. Remember, in the household that they grew up in, they only could molest their own kids. They didn't have the opportunity. If they would have had opportunity to molest other people's kids, they probably would. But now they live in an environment where he's basically having people bring their young adolescent daughters to him in order to try to get them record deals and teach them how to sing and write songs for them and everything else. It just gave him more opportunity.
And they okay with it. Like, hey, he promised a record deal. He paid my rent for 6 months. You know what I'm saying? It's that pimp. It's that pimping. It's that this is because, like you said, when he was younger, they did it with each other. Now, as he's older, with this power, now he can
plague in other families. Yeah. Let me say one thing before you go any further. Let's just be clear on this. I'm not saying that there's an excuse. Motive and reason and excuse are not the same thing. I'm explaining motive and reason. I do not think any of these things are an excuse. I don't think that anybody should be able to go to jail and be like, well, I mean, go to court and be like, well, I was molested when I was a child. And the court say, okay, but it's okay that you molested those other kids. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that there's reason and motive. And we have to sometimes understand reason and motive in order to prevent more kids and children and adults from being raped and molested.
That's a fact. You see what Russell Simmons is going through. And his Def Jam is a lot of these females is coming out that was interns or secretaries or even some that were in rap careers.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying that he's taking advantage of them.
Mm-hmm.
And this is when, you know, when he was worth $30-40 million budget. You know what I'm saying? $300 million budget. This is the guy. And you 17 or 16 years old, and you want to get in the industry. This is the guy that can plug you in. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a weird culture that, thank God for the social network, is able to bring this information out, because we would never know. You know what I'm saying? Unless somebody gets upset and run to TMZ. So a lot of information is being brought to us. A lot of these allegations are like when these guys first really had these big budgets. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this stuff is when, okay, he had $30 million and this is what he chose to do. Went around with a bunch of young girls. You know what I'm saying? It's a sick culture, but it's weird that in this culture, now I get why a lot of industry parties are private. Now I get that now. You know?
Yeah, because they're doing all types of weird shit. Yo, that's why the after party is the party. After the party, it's the after party, and you get it? That's the real party, the after party. They go to the party to see who they're gonna invite to the after party. You get me? Hold on, one thing. Somebody says, Mega Bill says, Frost, do you think pedophilia is dealing with teens or prepubescent children? I think that, first of all, I think that there's a special place in fucking hell for anybody that even considers to touch a child, a baby. Okay, there's a baby. Okay, so let's just be clear on that. Do I think that there's a big difference? I think that there's a huge difference. Do I think that both of those things should be held accountable and both people should be going to jail? Absolutely, because a child, a person could do whatever they want to a child. There's nothing that a child could do. A teenager, it can be easily tricked and deceived. So yes, both of those things are horrible. But somebody doing a baby like that, I think that should be death penalty. This is just me. It's just me. I think that somebody doing that to a baby, we should be able to, the death penalty should be applicable. That's just my opinion. Somebody harming a baby in that way, I think that the death penalty should be applicable. I think that, and I'm saying like even in states where the death penalty isn't an option for other crimes, because somebody doing a baby like that, we have to get them niggas out of here.
Yes.
That's just a fact. Now, when we talk about teenagers and we talk about like teens and up and stuff like that, yes, I do think that these people need to be held responsible. But I think that even though that these people got problems and they got issues, I don't think we should give them the death penalty. That's the difference. You understand what I'm saying? I think they should go to jail and serve their time and then not have any more access to children or teenagers or anything like that when they get out. Don't get it wrong. But for the people that are doing whatever they're doing to babies, I think that we need to just get them niggas up out of here. And that's my opinion.
There's nothing wrong with that. Because somebody said to me a couple of weeks ago, because he wanted to call that other rapper. They would mention this thing, the other rapper, right? And he said, you ever thought about why a lot of these rich people, not just rappers, rich people go to these weird countries like Vietnam for vacation or weird part of France for vacation or these Asian poor countries, but they go to the beach area? I said, why? Because out there's no laws when it comes to the kids. So, for example, if I go to some place in Vietnam to go on vacation, there's no laws when it comes to pedophilia. It's all fair game in these countries. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, wow, that does make sense. And a lot of these CEOs and these weirdos that's getting caught up with these weird charges, they're known for going to these countries. Am I right?
Yeah.
It's weird countries that we can't spell. What are you doing? What are you doing in Taiwan? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They go to these beach areas because in those countries, that's like third world countries, prostitution is a $1 billion industry. People actually go there to snatch these kids off. You know what I'm saying? And I remember when they had the tsunami. Remember that the tsunami?
Yeah.
Somewhere in them, I think it was Vietnam. One of them areas.
You know, and the people was like,
get the kids. Because the kids sex trafficking is bad in those countries. Like people will kidnap your child, and some rich American guy that will find a way to smuggle this little kid into America or with some weird island. This is what they do. They have these sex clubs, but that's a whole other story. We're talking about hip hop. We're just giving an example of when we see some of our famous artists go to some weird countries for vacation. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's deep. Like I can't lie to you.
Hold on, because it got some not good. I took care of it. I gave him a timeout. Okay, not good. He got a timeout for that. You're right. We're not using the N-word. You see, I'm trying my hardest not to use it. We're not using the N-word on people. That's why you just got a timeout. Not good. We're not doing that. And the fact that he asked you, not good, pardon me, Tim Tyler. And the fact that he just asked you to not say that to him and then you got upset, it's not a reason to get upset. I don't care if we black, whatever race we are. We have a right to tell somebody that we don't want to be called that. That's just a fact. All right? So come on, let's respect each other. You already know how we doing here. He said he asked you not to call him that. You can't come at him sideways. My fault. Keep going.
Yeah, and we dealing with these weird societies. Remember where we had this conversation before, how we said how this music stuff is a small circle, no matter how big it is, it's still the same people, it's different companies, but it's the same clique. Do you wonder why they keep these circles quiet? Because everybody don't make it to certain events. You know what I'm saying? Like for us to go to a Rest in Peace Prince Grammy party, we have to sign confidentiality forms. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
What you see here, you can't speak about. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
And these guys got lawyers on go. And
that's a fact.
TMZ went in our mouth. Boom. We will go broke. This is what goes on in a high echelon of America when it comes to this music and this entertainment, and even the game that we want to get into, that doors that we may never let us in because the type of news that we cover. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a small society, man. And that small society is a lot of dirty secrets, a lot of like I'm gonna tell you how crazy this is, right? Now, the last 20 years, we've been bashing RKelly ever since he pissed on the girl head. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We've been going in on him. He got locked up. But for some weird reason, the music industry been holding on to this guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's done put out 3 or 4 good albums. He's still doing world tours. So my thing is, why is corporate America holding on to him? Though I know he's a moneymaker, because just like he got dirt secrets, he knows secrets because he's been around the high echelon. He's been at the houses, he's been at the little galas.
Next person to fucking mention Michael Jackson's name, I want every admin to give him a timeout. The next nigga to part of my language. The next person to mention Michael Jackson's name, I want all of them to get. The next person to mention Michael Jackson's name, I want them to at least get 10 timeouts. How about that? And if I have to do it, I'm going to give all admins a timeout. How about that?
I'm going to tell you, you got to sign these clauses because they don't want, that's why we really don't know what'll be going on when they have these, because there's certain things that go on in this industry that we'll never know unless we have to sign these clauses. You have to sign these clauses. And that happened with, I think, what's her name? That Haddish lady, but she went to the party and they made her sign a clause and she couldn't say what happened at the party with Beyonce because she signed the clause saying that whatever, it's like a confidentiality because you don't know what the fuck goes on there.
I'm gonna tell you why they leave R. Kelly alone. You wanna know why they leave R. Kelly alone? He doesn't own any of his music. So that means that everything that R. Kelly makes is profit for these niggas. R. Kelly don't own the rights to anything. You understand what I'm saying? So every single thing that R. Kelly makes, all new music that R. Kelly makes, he's lining the pockets of somebody else. He's lining the pockets of Aaliyah's people. He's lining the pockets of music companies, labels, and you understand what I'm saying? So he's lining other people's pockets. So they're gonna look the other way until they can't look the other way no more. So that's why. You don't think when R. Kelly turns like 50, 60 years old, you don't think that he's done? Like, even if he's not done now, you don't think when he get like 50, 60 years old, they're going to out that dude and somehow trying to figure out a way to put him in jail? You don't think? They're going to Bill Cosby his ass. I'm telling you.
See, you know what's funny though? That too, with that, they own his music because they put this music in that show. But you know what though? People like him, man, they're not, just because they okay their music to be on that, he lives off of something, you know what I'm saying? He's been around, like he's been around, he's been singing since the 90s. So he's been around a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying? He's been around a lot.
No, absolutely. I think, yeah.
He's seen it. Them jerking him on his multi-platinum record, he's seen a lot.
No, I agree with you also. I do agree with you also. I think that,
and I think that plays a part to why the music industry haven't really said, get the fuck out of here.
No,
yeah.
No, I agree with you. I do think, without a shadow of a doubt, he knows secrets. Remember, that's what gave Roseanne Barr her second try. Remember, they ran Roseanne Barr off of TV. Then they gave her back her show, which was actually doing pretty good, until she decided that she was gonna do what she did, and she just X'd her own self out. You understand what I'm saying?
Get the fuck out. How you do it? Get the fuck out of here.
Get him out of here.
Because that's what it really boils down to.
Yeah.
Like Russell had to quit his businesses because he had the chairmanships he had, the positions he had to fall back because, oh shit, 20 women said I touched them, and this is facts. They work with.
Yeah, shout out to Punch. That's a fact.
So you see what I'm saying? Russell still generates billions of dollars for people. People don't even know this. He's involved with a lot of things behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? But he even has to fall back. Like, so he's still making, but for him to make money, he had to fall back because they wasn't going to support him because his shit was just too much out there. I'll tell you shit is out there. They hold, for some reason, Clive is holding on to him. Clive Davis is holding on to him. He's the reason why R. Kelly's still R. Kelly. Like Clive Davis held on to Whitney Houston, he's holding on to R. Kelly. That's who he was signed to. That guy, Clive Davis, you hear me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's who's holding on to R. Kelly. Is that Clive Davis, just like we all bugged out when Clive. Sorry for cutting you off, but prime example. Good example. Clive Davis gave Whitney Houston $100 million. She ain't put no more music out for like 10 years. You see what I'm saying? But he held on to them so much that the industry held on to him because Clive Davis like high echelon. So these people know shit, my nigga. They been around these guys for weird shit to them. Age ain't nothing but a number in that industry shit. You hear me? You could be 12 and pull up to an entertainment party. You know what I'm saying? That's their world. You know what I'm saying? That's their little society. And I think with R. Kelly, he was a part of that because remember, R. Kelly came out in the 90s. He ain't come out, he ain't a 2000 artist. He's talking about like 91 or some shit like that. 92. So
shout out to Mountain Rain with the donation. Keep going.
That's who signed him. Clive. You know what I'm saying? Jive Records, BMG. RCA, that's all the same label. That's the German company. Remember, in their countries, that's all that shit's okay. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Shout out to Shavit with the donation. She said, "You absolutely right. Someone else's pockets are being lined. Zeke right. He knows things, including who he shared those tapes with. That's a fact. R. Kelly, you just brought up a great point, Shavit. R. Kelly was basically making tapes. He most likely was making tapes for some other motherfuckers. That's a fact. I didn't even think about that. Not for nothing. Those tapes he was making was most likely for some other mofos. That's a fact. That's probably why he had to piss on chicks and everything else. That's probably what they told him to do. Because what in the hell?
What's on your mind, dog? And this is what's going on. That's why he's still staying around because y'all want to out me? How about that time when I got the picture that remember these guys got men, they had men in all type of camp. They got some weird shit going on. That's all it's about. Weird shit. There's some people, right? That they
got, these are other colors.
Like good example, Bill Cosby. We never thought Mr. Kool-Aid was doing all this shit, right? that after all these years, somebody comes out there, people come out. Where's that man sitting at? He's sitting in the fucking penitentiary of Pennsylvania. Why? Because the events he was going to, doing this to people, how they was doing it was shit that we couldn't go to. You know what I'm saying? Like, we couldn't go to the Playboy Mansion. So, you know what I'm saying? We couldn't do this, we couldn't do that. So that culture is different when it comes to these. Like, it's like that Sandusky shit where there's like 8 coaches and 2 priests, and they're all part of a special club where they get together every 8 months. And they pass the kids around. That's the same shit with these weirdos, man. Because remember, even though somebody might be our famous rapper, he might be a pedo.
Yeah.
His pedo thing is, we do it at my house. We do it at the gathering, biting kids. You know what I'm saying? Go look for some young girls. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's shit when we talk about when we talk about facts. We talking about straight facts right here. You know what I'm saying? Sorry to say, some people might hate us after today, but this is the fact. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? What you think? A little girl that's 16 years old in the studio with a grown man that's 40? You think he ain't trying to fuck her and beat her in the head all day that she has a singing career? You know what I'm saying? This is a fact. You know what I'm saying? And it's weird because when that shit came out back then, when he married Aaliyah, that fucked us up, that woman. Like, how old was Aaliyah? Like, God bless her dead, but she was like 15, 16, right? RKelly was in his 20s. That was weird. And it was like, the music industry let that ride. And they actually had them 2 on tour together. And that was crazy. Like, oh. So when he did that, that became, ain't no fun. When RKelly did that, a bunch of motherfuckers started running around going, RKelly could do what I could do. You know what I'm saying? He had a bunch of guys that were 28 dating girls that was 14. Sick shit, you know what I'm saying? That way it just got retarded. Because people looked at it like he ain't go to jail, and he's the number 1 singer in America, and this is his wife, the number 2 singer in America. So this goes to show you the power of people that's into that culture. His label didn't find nothing wrong with what he was doing. That sounds crazy, right? You know what I'm saying?
No, that's insane.
That's the part that's crazy. And he was so good until he performed for the Olympics, I remember. And that's when the other portion of white America took 2 shots at him and said, hold on. He said, he sang one of the songs he sang, and it was supposed to be like the number 1 song in America. He sang it at the
Hold on.
Olympics.
Let me address something real quick. I don't want nothing to do with that guy. I don't want to address him. As soon as he pops up, just ban him and make him make 1 million accounts. We don't have time for that energy. Like, I'm trying to do stuff over here. All dude want to do is, I don't know. I don't know what his problem is. I don't know what his infatuation with me is. I have the slightest idea. I don't know. Right now, we're talking about RKelly. If anybody else came in here and talked about somebody other than the situation we'd be talking about, we'd be banning them and tying them out. Just get the nigga out of here. Come on, man. I don't want to talk about him. Let's not go to his page. Let's not hate on him. Let's not do none of that. He needs help. He needs assistance. I'm not even mad at him. Just think about how mentally disturbed the individual has to be if they have to wait for a YouTuber to go online every day so they could go and talk shit to him. Like, at this point, I don't even know if he's straight, to be honest with you. Not trying to be crazy, but you know, I am into women. You understand what I'm saying? Like, really, seriously. So I don't even know if the guy's straight at this point, because he's obviously, you know, has some real he's fixated on me. You understand what I'm saying? So
in the morning for that shit, dog.
Yeah, way too early.
Bro. In the morning for that shit, man. Go call
go
walk your fucking dog.
Yeah, so I don't want to talk about him. I don't really want to get a guy no energy. But that's why as soon as he pops up, just get him out of here. You can't give niggas like that a chance. I didn't call anybody anything. I'm just saying that any man, let's just be clear on this. Any man that revolves their whole entire life around another man, what would you call them?
A weirdo.
Because I kind of cover news. Yeah, so let's leave that guy alone. You understand what I'm saying? Like, let's leave that guy alone.
All
right, so finish what you were saying, my dude. I'm sorry for cutting you off, man.
So now you got certain people in power. Like this is one guy. Y'all can Google it. I believe his name was Benny Medina, and he was a executive many years in this music stuff. And people said that he's taking advantage of artists because they said that Benny Medina is like gay. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a homosexual. But what he does is he uses his power as this power broker, agent, manager, Warner Brothers. So he gets this young artist, this young guy in the office that want a record deal, and he, listen, you have sex with me, and I can promise you a career. And this is just like what's his name, Chris Stokes. How you was treating allegedly beat E2K. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I promise you a career, but y'all gotta, and you can see their vision in them. It's like, why you got 3 boys in underwear laying in the bed for a photo shoot? You hear me?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why you got these guys wearing super tight jeans and no shirt on? You know what I'm saying? You hear me? And they're doing the worm. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of this stuff, these industry guys that we don't know. Like I never even knew that the guy that does Empire was in that lifestyle.
Yeah. Daniel, what's his name? Lee Daniels?
So just imagine how many guys that probably want to do things with him just because he does movies. You hear me?
Yeah,
that might have came out of him. Yo, what's up, Lee? What's up, man? Just give me a chance. You know what I'm saying? So we have to understand
that's exactly what those cakes are.
Huh?
No, somebody said something and I want to comment before the shit scrolled off the page. But keep going. I cut you off. That's
and it's funny because exactly somebody got Benny Medina is a high powered player in the music. That guy, put it like this, he's been around so long. He's been involved with. He's been around with Madonna when Madonna was vocal. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, hold it down, Zeke. I'll be right back.
Like. So that culture is a culture that we will never see because they party together. They entertain each other when they off time from them vacations. You know what I'm saying? That's their world. Just like we have our world, they have their secret society world. And I believe that because at a certain time in his life, RKelly was that guy. RKelly was in the mix of that world. He may not be in that world now, but he's been in the mix of that world. So he's seen things. He knows things. Being a multi, you talking about records cost $25, $28. You had a guy that was going 5 plat, 8 plat, making these record labels billions of dollars. You think he wasn't in the mix? You think they wasn't loving this guy? You know what I'm saying? So he's been in the studio and seen weird shit. He's been at somebody's office and seen some weird stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the culture of the music industry. But the music industry don't like to put it out there like that. So what happens is they make the victims look like the predators. Like, it can't be his fault, it's their fault. You know what I'm saying? And like just like I talked about those those forms you signed. Think about that. What man tells
NDAs?
I'm gonna buy your child for like 6 months. You know what I'm saying? They agree to this shit. You know what I'm saying? So and when they agree to this weird shit, it's like, okay, I don't care to show my child to the devil. As long as he can pay my rent for 6 months and buy me a brand new car, that's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do, man.
And just so everybody know that these parties really do exist. And what happens is they go to the clubs. Like, let's say me and Zeke is a rap show, right? Let's say, especially the up and comings, right? So what they'll do is me and Zeke is on stage. We're up and coming, doing our thing. They got the people there. They have the execs there. But they also have other artists there that's trying to get in the door. And what they're going to do is they're going to pull the other artists to the back somewhere and they're going to try them. And they're going to see what they're willing to do to get a record deal. And I'm telling you this because I personally had an experience like that and walked away from it because fuck all that shit. I don't get down like that. So I personally had an experience where I was had to go meet some record execs, and I'm not calling out no names and nothing like that, but I had to go meet some record execs. And when I went to go meet them, they tried to do some weird shit. and it was a real turnaround, get the fuck up out of here situation. You know what I'm saying? This is in the 90s when the shit was way more prevalent than it is now. The funny thing about it is now, if you notice the artists that's actually getting deals, these dudes are looking really feminine. They're turning artists that didn't look feminine into artists that now look feminine. And it seems like the only artists that's really getting a look half of the time are the feminine artists.
That's
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, that's a fact. I'm not gonna call no names about who was there. Some people were there. I'm not gonna call no names about who was there or nothing like that. But you really got to understand what's going on. That's why when I talk about hip hop and I try to explain stuff to people, and then they're telling me I don't know what I'm talking about, and I'm like, well, I almost had 2 record deals. One I turned down flat. That's the one I'm telling y'all about now. And the other one, it some weird shit happened when I had a relative that was negotiating. But now that I know more about the music industry, I'm not upset at that relative anymore because I realize, you know, what could have possibly been going on. You understand what I'm saying? I realized what possibly could have been going on, and he probably saved us from some real bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because or saved himself because he was the one that was there. He would have had to sign the contract, so he probably saved himself from some bullshit. And yes, they are trying to feminize black men. That's a fact. Our clothes, our sound, what's to be acceptable. And I don't think it's just black men. I think it's just men in general, to be honest with you. Yeah, I think it's just men in general. I think it's just that since black men is seen more as the epitome of masculinity than any other race, and that's a fact. Black men is seen as the epitome of masculinity. The only other race I could think about that's probably seen on the same um, um, uh, uh, level as black men is probably freaking Russians. Just give it a buck. You know, I'm not even being funny, but we're like the epitome of masculinity. So it's just more noticed than us when we have large portions of us or large groups of us that have now been effeminized. When we have places like Atlanta, where I'm not trying to knock nobody from Atlanta. Shout out to Atlanta. I'm not trying to knock no one in Atlanta, but you know, Atlanta, I like I said, I was telling you the other day, I had a homegirl that lived in Atlanta, and she said she was scared to date men because she had a son, and a lot of the men down there date women so they could have access to their sons. So she was like real scared to date. You understand what I'm saying? She said, so I had another was it the same person? Yeah, same girl. She said that her cousin had came to see her. And this is how hard it is to find straight men in Atlanta. This is what she was trying to explain to me. To find straight men in Atlanta, that's you don't have to worry about sleeping with your kids. That's why in Atlanta, a lot of women share men, and it's not even a big deal because it's hard to find a man that's not going to try to fuck your son. I'm just keeping it a buck. And that's the way she put it to me. I'm not saying that. I'm telling you the way she put it to me. So she said she was at a restaurant eating with her cousin, and the waitress came straight up and handed her cousin her number. Straight up. Don't even know if that's a boyfriend. Don't even know if they together. Don't know anything. Don't know anything. Waitress came straight up to the table after giving the order or whatever it was and handed her cousin her number.
Crazy, man. Crazy.
And we're not talking about Aleister Crowley. All right, Eric? Yes, I know who you're talking about. We're not talking about him. We're talking about something else right now.
It's crazy, man. It's like that's the culture that state. That's the culture that you said they present into the world. And that's how you feminize men, because the other men want to mimic what they think is making money. You see this on TV all day, so they want to mimic that. I'm gonna get weird braids, so Kool-Aid on my lips, get a couple of tattoos. That's gangster now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. It's we're fitting into other people's agenda. This is what happens when you allow the a weird culture to control the music. You know what I'm saying? And that's just all music. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a weird culture that controls the music, and that's who dominates these industries now when it comes to what we see. I got what we see on TV.
That's a fact.
Like could have 6ix9ine been successful without wearing a rainbow hair and have 1,000 tattoos on his body?
Mm-hmm.
Could have he just been himself and still won without the gimmick? Could Lil Yachty win without the earring on his lips and acting all feminine and running around like
Lil Yachty ain't acting that. Not Lil Yachty. You talking about Lil Uzi? Lil Uzi, he ain't acting at this point. Shout out to Ed. He donated $2 to Willie's kids. I want to point something out real quick. Somebody said you have to do a few things to get into the music industry, especially if you're black or in hip hop. He said disrespect women. Absolutely.
Bang. Yeah.
It's a high onus of female disrespect. It's like that's a big thing. Okay, so I'm not gonna. So I saw a Cardi concert the other day, right? And then I also saw a Nicki Minaj concert. You want to know the two biggest differences? Cardi had less clothes on and was willing to do more exposing of herself and gyrations on the stage than it seemed like Nicki was ready to do. And that's the biggest difference I got out of the fucking, out of the concerts. Hold on 1 second. Then he says, number 2 is some gay shit. It seems like almost every artist that blows up has to somehow be hand in hand with the LGBT community in one way or another. I'm not saying, I don't think 6ix9ine is gay at all, but I'm going to point out 2 things. One, he had the rainbow hair. That's a symbol of the LGBT community, right? That's a symbol, the rainbow, right? 2 is, remember when he went down and he was at what's that dude name? Trey Songz, and they were singing, and it sounded like the motherfucker Trey Songz was singing to the nigga. That's a fact. I mean, I'm not joking. That's a fact. It looked like Trey Songz was singing to this nigga. All right, so Trey Songz, I hear some things about Trey Songz. I'm not gonna go into that though because this is not about Trey Songz. And he said, and the third thing is some pedo shit. 100%. It seems like motherfuckers got to be on some pushing the child pornography agenda or pushing the child sex agenda. That's a fact.
Because you know what I think it is? These are your bosses. When your boss pushes that, when you go into an office, you meet this guy, right? We're not talking about the A&R. When you finally meet the high echelon of your regulators, because you made them a bunch of money, you finally get to meet your boss. Your boss' whole agenda might be into the bisexual lifestyle where what we think is wrong, he's seeing is right. You hear me?
Yeah.
And now you're sitting here going, this is the guy that's possibly give me $30 million for this next restaurant. So what he's saying is he sits there and these guys, what happens is they want to be like their boss. People want to be like their boss and go, yo, wait a minute. Maybe if I get cozy with him and his guys, maybe my career just super blossom. And I'm not saying this will go on every label, but I'm pretty sure that because when we mention the LGBTQ community, there's 2 of them. And the only ones that we see blatantly out is the ones that we see all the time. We don't see the second one out because the second one still follows the rules of their religion. So we can't detect, if not in the movement industry or delivering industry or any services industry, you would never really know who's part of that other community until you move on. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, that's so true. Yo, check this. Check this.
And that'd be their bosses. Those be the ones that's following hip hop. Those are usually the CEOs of these record labels, these executives. The ones that's part of the second community.
I'm not gonna call no names. I used to move. I moved quite a few people. I call one name so you can understand. I moved Beyonce once, but that's neither here nor there. I'm not getting into that. So I moved this one record exec, right? Well, it wasn't a record exec. He actually was a CEO of a $20 million company, a $200 million company. Pardon me. He was the CEO of a $200 million company. I'm going to leave it at that. So I moved the CEO of a $200 million company. I moved him into probably the most heavily guarded building in New York City. I'm not even going to tell you which building that is, because if you just walk past the building, you probably wouldn't know. But I moved him into one of the most heavily guarded buildings in New York City, right? So this dude, he was, nothing wrong. He was cool as shit. The motherfucker was a good tipper too. I think he gave me like $250 off the rip per person before we even moved a piece of furniture. The motherfucker tipped. So nope, not the Trump Tower. There's a much more heavily guarded building. It's not even a Trump building. So no, not on Park Avenue. That's it. I'm not gonna say no more. So I moved the dude, and he's there with his boyfriend. Now, if you would have seen this guy, his husband, I don't know if they were married, but if you would have seen this guy in the street, you wouldn't even consider that, he was gay, and if you would have, that's what Zeke is trying to say, that the people that's really running shit, that it's not the guys that's out there being flamboyant. You understand what I'm saying? It's not the ones that you could just look at them and be like, oh, that nigga, those are not the guys running shit at all. The ones that are running shit, them niggas, you will never know.
They wear the clothes. They wear our uniform.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is, right?
What? No.
I'm happy talking about this topic.
And wait, hold on. Before we go any further, we're not trying to shade nobody, by the way. I'm not throwing shots at anybody in that community.
Yeah.
We're not doing that, because you know how people like making stuff up. We're not doing that. We're just talking about something.
Jack Fools is into.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
We're just telling you about our culture. That's just, you know what I'm saying? And they follow a certain religion. So because of the certain religion, there's a certain protocol they have to follow. They have to abide by. It's an age Illuminati. You have to abide by, because just like the religion. So we can't detect them until we move them.
Yeah.
Then when we move them, you see it. You see, wait a minute, but this guy got the same Adidas sweatsuit, the Adidas track sneakers. You got the badge.
Nigga got PlayStation or an Xbox. All the shit you got. Niggas got all the same shit. Oh, one more thing I want to say. Somebody just said that his highest tip was $75. My biggest tip ever was $400 per man.
Yeah, both. That's a good look. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I got in front though, Sean. When you was in that industry, you did your fucking thing. You know what I'm saying, Yuri? You did that moving stuff, man. You just wasn't somebody to snatch a piece of furniture and put it downstairs. You actually was doing your thing. You created, you did all that. You know what I'm saying? You knew how to stack the truck. You knew how to wrap that glass. Like, you was really like, that. I understand that wasn't your true calling. Because we see what your true calling is. But when you did that, everything you do was on point, brother. You put your all into that. That's one thing I can never take. I can send you. You could go in your own apartment. Like Sean could forced to move a whole apartment by himself. Or you give him 2 elevators and a ramp. He don't need nobody. Is that a fact?
Nah, that's a fact.
You give him $3. You give him $3. As long as the front door's wide enough, he can move somebody by himself. You know what I'm saying? And that's the power of being independent. But going back to the story of, so when he said he got a $4 tip, it's believable because I've seen him in action. You hear me? You know what I'm saying?
That was per man, by the way. Each man got 400.
You know what I'm saying? That's real talk, man. So in these industries that we're talking about, we're not talking about the A&R, we're not talking about the street promoter, we're not talking about the street DJ, we're talking about the high echelon. The executive. That's a whole other crowd. You're not gonna be a mixtape DJ hanging out with Leon Cohen when he had 300 Entertainment. You're not gonna be hanging out with him. Yeah, this crowd is a different crowd. You know what I'm saying? So the crowd is different, the money's different, the talk is different, and what we find unacceptable might be acceptable in those crowds. That's where we're gonna leave that at. You know what I'm saying?
It's a fact.
So we can't be surprised. You know, he can't be surprised at why, like you said, because he generates money for Hollywood. He can't be surprised that R. Kelly is still around because he does generate money for these motherfuckers. That's why he's really there for. On some G shit, that motherfucker would have been dropped if he wasn't a money maker. But he got some dirt on these motherfuckers, so it's like, okay, y'all do this, I'll leave that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's all about information. You know what I'm saying? He has a lot of information that can destroy people because, like Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby went to jail. Now he can be sued. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
That's the whole thing. Once you get convicted of some things of a crime that 50 people or accuse you of, you could put in an anti-suit or antitrust, whatever they call that. They could sue you for that $300 million. And what happens? Because you got convicted of the crime that they're saying you did, you might have to settle out of court $100 million. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
$200 million. Just because you did some freaky deaky shit amongst some billionaires that you thought would never leak your shit out.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a fact.
So this is the culture that we're in. And this is why we still see the R. Kellys of the world running around here. And it's weird because you just thought that R. Kelly, he's still not even low. He's still talking shit. What he said, somebody else needs to go to jail. What he said? Yeah.
No, R. Kelly is ready to spill the beans. R. Kelly is ready not to go down by himself. You better believe that.
Yeah. He said slick shit. We gonna see how this shit plays. Basically, what he telling niggas is stop trashing me and start defending me, or I'm gonna put all this shit out. Get me? Yeah, the same girl I blazed. I was 12. He blazed too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get me? You know what I'm saying? Remember when I had that girl hostage for 3 weeks? He had some of that too.
Yeah.
We had a young girl. We had to get the juice and COVID for us. She was like 14. You all had her. This is what I'm trying to tell you, man. This is. That's why you see a lot of people trying to defend him. Oh, nah, wow, that was old, man. Nah, you gotta let him go. You hear me? Because he has dirt. You know what I'm saying? It's just better than having physical dirt. You would take. And most of these people, think about it, this is rich people. What rich person is not going to go someplace where there's always camping? You know what I'm saying? Because they do it for their own security. You know what I'm saying? So this is the culture. This is the culture that we've been having to deal with. You know what I'm saying? R. Kelly is a sucker too, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you still have a bunch of people that pack the stadium for money in this fucking pocket. But we don't have to support him. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to do what everybody else is doing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We don't. We definitely don't. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to, oh shit. KD, big 9-year-old son, happy birthday. Bro, happy birthday, KD.
Shout out to Aunt. Oh, shout out to KD and her 9-year-old son. Happy birthday. Give him a hug from me. Be like, yo, this is from Jack Frost. He gonna be like, who's Jack Frost?
I should tell you, man, it's you got to mind, most of these record labels now are owned by foreigners. The people that own Universal Music.
Who the hell is Misa?
Who?
Somebody wrote Diddy got Misa, M-I-S-A. Who the heck is that?
I don't know. Never heard that name before. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that. I'm saying I don't know who that is.
Yeah, Aunt's birthday is on tomorrow. Tomorrow, Thursday? I be forgetting. Misa's Justin's mom. Did not know that. Wait, tomorrow's Thursday? Aunt's birthday's on Thursday. I know that much. So tomorrow got to be Thursday. Tomorrow's Thursday.
Yeah, definitely. Happy birthday. I mean, happy pre-birthday. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. You know what's funny what you just said? And I don't know, is that the one that got a baby by Albie Shore? He had a baby by Albie Shore first. Is that the one that had a baby by Albie Shore?
No. I think the one that the homegirl that just passed away was the one that had the baby with Albie Shore.
Oh, okay. So Misa's the other one. The one he's paying that $50,000 a month child support for. The one that lives in Mount Vernon, that she lives uptown. I think they all put it. You know what's weird though? They all work for Andre Harrell at one point in time. this is some crazy shit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm right, one was messing with Ari Shaw, and I think the other one was messing with somebody else before they started messing with Pop. You know what I'm saying? So that's just, that weird sex circle shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think she's an industry chick. Yeah, and you gotta think about it. Andre Harrell had a record deal with MCA Records back then. It was Uptown MCA, you know what I'm saying? And that was the major label, MCA Records. And that was their push. So that's some deep shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Word.
Yo, we gotta wrap it up.
I tell you, man, we love some of these artists, man. But some of these artists, you have to let go. Okay. We can't tell our kids, and we can't tell our sons, don't be a pedophile. Our kids not to be pedophiles, but we're physically, with this all this information coming out, supporting a pedophile. Like, well, the him, you know what I'm saying? You have to be stern with. You can't just support that shit. That's what Amish do. You do something, they shun you. What the Jewish community do, you violate, they get rid of you. We're the only ones that keep a motherfucker around for some reason. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We have to start getting away from people. You know what I'm saying?
You want to? Yeah. I'm not trying to knock you. I'm agreeing with something you said, and I'm gonna let you get back to what you're saying. In our culture, we have this thing where when Black people do shit that we're not supposed to be doing, we have like a large portion of us that'll say, "But why aren't you talking about the white people doing it?" That's the white people to handle. No disrespect to the white people. Not trying to be racist, but I'm saying we have to govern our own people. We should stop making it so. Every time I hear somebody say that, I feel like they think it's okay for Black adults to molest Black children. Every time I hear somebody say that. So the next time you hear somebody say that, think about that for a minute. They don't think that Black adults should get in trouble for molesting Black children, and they're using white people as an excuse. Think about that. I'm sorry about that. Finish what you were saying.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. We have to look at executives. Anything that deals with shit like that, be okay. And put like this, man. That's what I mean about us co-signers. Now, as much as we rant, so Foster said this morning, we've been beating about RKelly for the last 20 years. We've seen him pissing on somebody, you hear me? We've seen him. But what happens? White America ain't ready to let him go. You know what that means? He supports whatever their agenda, when it comes to that, they support it. They keep him in the media. We're the only ones that's kicking him. That's crazy, right?
Yeah, it's a fact too.
He's not being shunned by them. He's not being told. Because remember, he's not being told he doesn't concert that he can't come to the arena because there's going to be kids here. No, he's from RKelly. So needless to say, we have to instead of us, we have to start taking control. We have to start shunning these niggas. When he does these individuals, so I'm sorry for saying niggas. When he does a show somewhere, we have to stop going to buy his tickets because we know that 30% of those tickets is going to go to the pockets of some rich white guy. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That doesn't mind, like you said. I don't care about them. He bought his own coach. It has nothing to do with us. You know what I'm saying? Now, I want to ask you a question. Let's say RKelly pissed on a white girl.
Oh, man, that would have been the end of RKelly. That would have been a rap. They would have went and got him right then and there. They would have went and got RKelly right then and there. See, that's the reason. That's the number one reason why I hate when people say, "Well, why didn't they get the Black person?" Because these Black celebrities, they already know. These Black celebrity perverts, they already know if they do it to a young Black girl, if they do it to a little Black girl, ain't nothing gonna happen to them. They already know. That's why I hate when people say that. Oh, but what about the white people? I hate when people say that. That's a slave mentality. That's a slave mentality. So what do you mean, what about the white people? Because you don't think you don't think RKelly already knew as long as he do it to Black girls, he's gonna be able to get away with it. You don't think these other guys know as long as they do it to Black girls, they're gonna be able to get away with it? Charlamagne said that shit. That's a fact, Robin.
It's a fact.
My fault, Zeke.
Of course, that Black is in trouble. You're not good. You might have said a couple of crazy things this morning, but you hit it on the money, my nigga. My cheese, you know what I'm saying?
Talking about not good?
Not good. That's why Kodak Black is in trouble. You wanted something. You know what I'm saying, you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Kodak Black is going to jail. You know what I'm saying, you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
He done really messed up now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. This guy that would have to say this, but for some reason, white America cares more about what deals with their kids and their situations. Look, Matt Lauer got fired because of allegations. CEOs that got allegations. They never remove people. Your man Weinstein, they removed the guy that helped build up Disney movies in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Had the Weinstein brothers helped build that up, they removed him from his position.
Mm-hmm.
They called him the pervert of the decade.
Yeah, they got him up out of there.
He didn't even get charged with nothing.
That nigga got to get up out of here.
You know what I'm saying? They got Bill. Bill's in jail because of cocaine. You know what I'm saying? This is real talk. It's not like you said. You have to deal with the facts. When it comes to violating this, they're gonna defend this. They don't care about if you one of us. If you do this to us and this shit hit the press, you out of here. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We, like you said, we just embrace it and argue. No, but maybe she came to him. So it's not good. He gets the word of the day. Not good. Kodak Black is in trouble.
Yep, that's a fact.
He's in trouble. I ain't gonna lie to you. That man's in trouble. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, be blessed, be positive, kiss the baby. If you read a good book, if you're in the Bronx, there's a restaurant called the PR Sassoon up on Westchester. It's multicultural, the bistro, hip hop spot, restaurant, hip hop by Mont Haven area of the Bronx. Some people call it the piano district. Depends on how much money you got in your pocket. And yeah, it was just here for you. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, we'll force take us out of here.
Yeah, look, I love you. I want everybody to have a beautiful day. One thing that we might be doing, we might be having a meet and greet. If y'all want me to have a meet and greet, I want everybody to hit my DMs on Instagram. If anybody is interested in the New York, New Jersey, Connecticut area on having a meet and greet, I want everybody to hit my DMs and we'll set it up. Okay, but I need confirmation that it's something that you want to attend before. Let's give it a time and a date. What's this, the 9th? I need confirmation that you want to attend by the 20th of this month. All right, everybody hit my DMs. You let me know if you want to come to the meet and greet by the 20th of this month, and then I'm going to set it up and let y'all know where it's going to be and what we're going to do and everything else. All right, so y'all got to let me know. Hit my DMs on Instagram. So everybody that's not following me on Instagram, come down, follow me on Instagram. This is my Instagram right here. I just changed it the other day. This is my Instagram. Everybody follow me on Instagram. Follow Zeke also. Zeke just put his up. So that's my Instagram. Everybody follow me on Instagram. And then we're gonna try to set it up. Okay, so today, you know what we need to do today? Today we need to have a self day. I think that we've had a lot of shit going on last week, all the way leading up into today. So we need to have a self day. So today's a selfish day. I'm gonna need everybody to go and do something that just makes you feel good. Because if we don't feel good, how can we help the people in our lives feel good? So today is a selfish day. If you want to cheat on your diet, cheat on your diet today. If you want to go and just buy yourself something and splurge a little, not that much, but splurge a little on something, do it today. Today is a selfish day. If you decide that you just want to be lazy for the rest of the day, be lazy for the rest of the day. Today is a selfish day. We're going to do something selfish, and then by 6 o'clock this afternoon, when it's time to be spending time with the family, then we're going to get back and we're going to already have did our selfish day thing. And then we're going to go rock out with the family and we're going to do something, maybe get a board game. That's what households need, board games that forces the family to sit around and talk to each other. Okay, get a board game. I don't care what kind of board game it is. Not one too intricate. Don't get shoots and ladders. Screw that shit. Get a real board game, okay? that people got to talk and communicate with one another. And so we could have a family night where we're talking and we're communicating with each other. So about 6 o'clock today, you're going to have your board game. You're going to have your whatever snacks y'all going to have lying around. Hopefully a little bit of fruit. Give people an option of sweet fruit and salty, maybe some chips, I guess. I don't know. And then we're going to sit around after we have our selfish day, and we're going to spend a little bit of time with the family. That's what we're doing today. And then we're going to be back for the night live, for the Tonight Show. That's what we're doing today. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out.
Shout out to Punch.